Hello, Lori here. Today I want to show you how to do something really cool, very quick and easy, and it makes your page look very realistic. And that is to have a piece of ribbon or string or something like that that weaves above and below an element on your layout. I'm going to be using Fayette Designs Joyous Pickle Barrel with the add-on bundle. I had to have the add-on because of this little Santa, and I love the little sayings that she's got. So this is the whole kit and caboodle, and I am using a Seeing Double template by Trixie Scraps Designs. So obviously you can see my layout here. What I'm going to be showing you has to do with this little string, and what I want is I want this piece to go underneath that E so that it looks like it weaves under and above, and that'll provide a lot more dimension to that. I always begin by zooming it up quite a ways. I'm going to go to 200% and see if that's far enough. And I think it probably will be. And I make sure that I get my piece that I'm going to be weaving. I want to place it perfectly because once I do this, I don't want to have to move it around afterwards because then I've got different pieces to have to move also. So this is really the easiest way to do it, is to try to make sure it's perfectly positioned and you're not going to be touching it again after. Then you're going to copy, and I use the Control-C on my keyboard, and paste, so Control-V. You could, of course, do right mouse copy and then paste, but I like to use my keyboard. And grab both of these and go to the Arrange tool and make sure they're smack dab on top of each other. They want to be lined up perfectly. And most of the time I will end up going back to the top one and taking the shadow off. So I'm just going to remove the shadow on the top one. Now this is the piece that we're going to work with, and I used to cut. I'd cut a piece and move it, and sometimes that didn't look very natural or realistic, and I really had to fuss around with it a lot. And then someone I know watched a Photoshop tutorial, and I watched the same tutorial, and it just seemed like so much work. But she really broke it down for how to do it with Artisan, and it's incredibly easy. You can see over here that I've got these two strings that are on top of each other, and down here is where that banner is, that Mary banner. I'm going to drag one of these down below the banner, and I will leave the other one up on top of the banner. So I'll leave it up here, and this is the one that I'm going to work with, the one on top. I'll go to Touch Up, Erase, and the great thing with Artisan 5 is I can do this while I'm looking at it. I don't have to go into the embedded image. It doesn't really matter which hardness I choose, but I'm going to pick a diameter that's big enough that, that I can do this in kind of one big swoop. And I know that I want this piece underneath. All I'm going to do is erase. Now you notice here that I erased too far over. So the great thing is I can say undo, I can come back over, and I can erase just the part that I want. And look how perfect and natural and easy that was. I'm going to say OK, and that's it. Now I don't have to add my shadow back on if I didn't want to. However, you can see that where it crosses right here, across here, it doesn't shadow naturally because I only left the shadow on the back one. So over here we've got a lot of shadowing going on, but we don't have it on the top. So I'll just go back over to Format. I'm going to put a light shadow back on, and then because of the way I ended up doing this one, I think I'll take the back one and remove the shadow from there so that we don't have a lot of double unnatural shadows in these other places. And I think that's perfect. That looks great. It looks like it totally naturally goes behind that pink banner, and that's it. Have fun with it and go and enjoy playing.